This week we begin our exploration of Grenada. Get some local help in welcoming my parents to town, torture Kieran with a haircut, and oh yeah, purposely induce an explosion in the engine room. Wait, what was that last part?
It was a little scary.
Join us as we begin our Grenada adventure. And go ahead and click that subscribe button.
First Caribbean waterfall. I don't know, it's been months and months and it's coming, but here it is. Dun, dun, dun. How is it?
Even with my folks in town, there are boat projects to tackle, and the watermaker's at the top of the list. My TDS meter here, so measuring the cleanliness of my water desalinator, has been rising rapidly. These are the main desalination membranes. Expect to get 5 to 7 years out of them. We've gotten 12. I'm gonna take these two guys off. I'm gonna take it up to the cockpit and change out those membranes. It should be as easy as unscrewing the rings, pushing out the end caps, sliding a new membrane in, and then putting it all back together.
Well, we don't use the cord. I mean, I don't know. I think probably should have that. I mean,
Been wailing away trying to get the caps out of these for the better part of 2 days. Hydro power is supposed to work. I'm literally trying to blow the end of the cap out by using the high pressure pump. First attempt failed as one of the plugs on the other end of the tube came out. Popped the fourth cap off. It was hard. The O-rings are a shadow of them form ourselves. The corrosion and everything else has formed a solid seal. I don't know if that'll happen when I put it back in. And I was screwing it down, putting a little bit more pressure on it, and I broke a bolt. Like just right at the end. I was ready to re-put the pipes in, the connections in. All right. 20 minutes later, back. Got really frustrated with that, and I didn't need to. There are two big O-rings that go on the end caps to make them watertight. I don't have the right size replacements, and the old ones are really beat up. My hope is that they'll reseal the way they were before I took them out. Here I am, reporting live to you from the portside engine room. I've got the canisters back installed. Two tests. One, can I bring them back up to pressure after taking everything apart, banging on it with hammers and screwdrivers and everything else? Two, does it make water? So one first and then two. I don't know, we'll see. Not seeing any obvious leaks. Now I'm going to see if I can increase the PSI. Leaving security, the cockpit, little salon going on over there. My firstborn is too smart to go on a miserable, grueling march with me.
Yeah, I'm not going.
I can't blame him. All right. Got a bit of water in here. Do something about that while it's not running into other boats. Away we go. Okay, success. I was very happy to fill it up, even in the rain, which is wonderful. Now that March begins, I don't know, a few miles each way, not sure exactly. Just a smidge small. I don't know, I'll see. They only had two, I bought two. Frustrating, I would have liked to have walked out with 8 the right size, and I walked out with 2 that are a little too small. That's all they had. 2 more O-rings that are just a little bit too small. Maybe the exact same dimensions of the ones I bought at Ace, I'm not sure. Getting tired. A long day. A lot of walking. Okay. I spent about 5 hours traipsing all over southwest Grenada, looking unsuccessfully for the right sized O-rings. When I got back, I had a message waiting for me that one of the other feelers I had out came through. A fellow cruiser had what I needed in his inventory. I'll order new O-rings and replace what I'm borrowing, but I get to attempt to get my watermaker back up and running rather than have to wait for a shipment. The lesson is always, the cruising community is awesome. Alright, back down. I've left the tubes in place. Maybe that should work. Clean these up and got new O-rings in. Should work. 2 of the 4 I think were clearly leaking. I've cleaned those up and I'm going to replace those. And then I'm going to see if I can get it up to pressure. I probably can't, and I'll probably have to do the same thing with the other 2, but I have to put these back in and the caps on anyway, so I might as well see if I can get pressure. Sure enough, after I take the time to clean up all 4 end caps and put the new O-rings on, the seal is good. I'm able to increase the pressure up to 800 psi, which is just past vertical on the gauge. Even after getting it up to this high pressure level, there are no leaks, which makes sense, as I wouldn't be able to add this much pressure if the seal was bad. Now the biggest test. Is it drinkable? Tastes good. And my TDS meter confirms that I've got much, much cleaner water than we did before. The unseen side of cruising kids.
Down here so I can finish cutting.
Wait, have you even started?
Here he is, 11-year-old Kieran, refusing to get a haircut.
You've already spent like 15 minutes on the back of my head. Just cut my bangs and be done with it, please. Oh my god, no. You are the worst barber in the world. How dramatic.
Not even getting paid. She's an amateur barber.
There, now I can do the other side of my head. And by the way, you have 2 minutes left.
No, we're going to start that over.
No, okay. Is there anything that really stands out in your mind that you're so glad you got to do?
The monkeys, getting
Yes.
to hold the monkeys and have them sit on our hands and put their tails in our face or whatever, and just a wild monkey right there. It was great.
Yeah, that was so fun and so weird and so
Oh, I think it was pretty obvious. Get out of there.
Yeah, you got a monkey on you, Dad.
Whoa.
You ready?
My company.
Monkey butt.
How do you feel about being so far away from me and Kieran?
It's not just you and Kieran, it's Nate and Megan. And that's very hard for me.
Do you guys have any concerns for us as in terms of our sailing lifestyle?
Of course.
And what's the biggest one?
you'll, I was going to say crash and burn, but you'll,
Crash and sink.
yeah, crash and sink. Other than that, I mean, just that you'll be safe the whole way.
That they're living a happy life.
Do you have concerns, or what are your concerns about safety? Let me throw that back at you.
To me, as long as I can keep the boat above water and everybody on the boat, things will be okay.
Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Okay.